Hello guys, good morning one and all. Today I wanted to discuss in detail about what is brokerage, why do we have to pay a brokerage, how much brokerage a broker is being charged. So how much they are charging for us for an entire trade, whether I do a trade in equity trade, whether I do a trade in future trade, whether I do a trade in option trade. So how much money I am paying as a brokerage. So if I break it down, so all those details I want to talk about. So various brokers are there in Indian stock market. Let's say example, Zerodha, Upstocks, or Kotak Securities, or IIFL, or Alliance Blue, Angel One. There are many, Grow.in, many brokers are available. So it's up to you wherever you want to open the brokerage account, which you are comfortable with, and you can invest or trade. So one of the brokerage house which I'm taking example today is Zerodha, because Zerodha has most number of accounts opened across Indian market. So I'm taking that as an example today to show you what is the brokerage cost if I do an intraday trading, if I do a delivery based trading, if I do a future trading, or if I do an option trading. So based on this, most of the traders, they give a lot of brokerage on daily basis. See, whenever you trade, you make profit. Of course, we have to pay the brokerage because they are giving us the facility to connect to the stock exchanges, to trade, to do the settlements, to buy and sell. They're helping us to be a mediator between a buyer and a seller. If I have to go personally to a buyer and a seller, where I have to go and sell or buy for a particular person from lakhs of people, it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort. So this stock exchanges and brokerages have come together to help us so that lakhs and crores of transaction takes place every millisecond and exchange happens over the system. So these systems are very much capable of handling so much of transactions in a day, in a time, in a per milliseconds as well. So you have heard that there are many outages also. Sometimes we come across many issues as well. But these days, the systems are more stronger, more robust, and they support one another. So one of the brokerage which I also use is Zerodha. I have multiple accounts. So this is one of the broker which I also use as well. So let's take an example of Zerodha. As a broker, how much he charges, how much they charge for an intraday trade, how much they charge for a positional trade, how much they charge for a future trade, how much they charge for an option trade. Okay, whether you will be able to pay so much brokerage and then how much profits you should be aiming for. So you make too many. I've seen many people making a lot of trades in a daily basis, 10, 20, 30, 50 trades and giving a lot of brokerage. In fact, the broker, STT charges, other charges, GST charges, tax charges, stamp duty, exchange transaction charges. So all these charges, after that, the profit becomes very less. So you need to have a control over trading. You should not over trade. You should trade only when there is a very good trade and trade less but effective trades. Choose quality over the quantity. Yes, quantity trading you can be done only when you have bigger capital. That is called as scalping. So I trade in multiple quantities, then I can choose multiple lots, then I can choose scalping as one of the parameters. Yes, if scalping is a method, if you are using and you are trading only in one lot, two lots, so then what happens is lot of brokerage you are paying. And with a lot of brokerage paying, you'll end up making very less profits or no profits at all. Okay. And another thing is whether you make profit, whether you make loss, we have to pay the brokerage, right? It hurts when we make a loss and also we have to pay the brokerage, right? That's an additional burden on a trader. That is the reason. Be very confident when you're trading or investing. Look at the brokerage also as one of the things, because you do not try to neglect the brokerage, because the more you tend to give it to the broker, the less you take home. The less you take home at the end of the day. So keep a check on number of trades as well. If possible, avoid over trading. Less number of trades, quality trades, sticking to a morning 1 hour or afternoon 1 hour or evening 1 hour. Whenever you have time, only fix your timing, do that trades and close it, or fix the number of trades. Let's say 3 trades, 5 trades, 10 trades. So fix the number of trades. After the number of trades is done, you are out of the market. So let's talk about brokerage house today, Zerodha, how much they charge. And also I will take an example of HAL. So which how much I would have made or you would have made if you had taken an equity trade, how much you would have made if you had taken a future trade, how much you would have made if you had taken an option trade, and what is the brokerage associated with it. Okay, let's go one by one in detail and also try to explain a methodology, how the trade was taken, what is the technical reason of taking a trade, and then we'll discuss also on the brokerage. So firstly, I'm sharing my screen here. If you can see the screen, so I'm taking example of Zerodha broker calculator. If you go to Google and type Zerodha brokerage calculator, you will get this screen. So in this screen, you can calculate what is the intraday equity you are buying and how much, what is the price you are buying, what is the price you are selling, and what is the quantity you are buying. So everything can be given here, and based on that, you can calculate your what is the brokerage which they are taking and how much money you are paying. So before going to the brokerage, I want to take an example. So let me take an example of HAL. So HAL is a wonderful company which is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It also has a monopoly in this industry as well. So HAL trade, if we are going to take a HAL trade, if I am going to take a HAL trade, which you also, if you have planned to take a HAL trade or any other trade, I'm just taking this as an example to explain you, if I take an equity, how much money, how much brokerage would go. If I trade in future, how much money, how much brokerage would go. If I trade in option, how much money and how much brokerage would go. So firstly, let's try to understand what is the trend of HAL. So if somebody, any of you are looking at this video, comment in the chat box, what is the trend you are looking at? So always I say, I always recommend, I suggest everybody trade the trend, not against the trend. So trade the trend. Always look for which trend the stock is in or index is in and trade the trend, and avoid if the stock or index is in sideways market, right? So now by just looking at this stock, I am showing you of the past 1 week chart. It's a beautiful uptrend. See, it's a beautiful uptrend, right? If I take a single line and draw like this, it's a beautiful uptrend. I can even take a trend line here. And I can click and draw. See how beautifully it is following this trend line. How nicely it is following this trend line. See, just it comes here and bounces. Again comes here and bounces. Again comes here, this area bounces. Again comes this area and bounces. Again comes this area and bounces. This area and bounces. So what we can understand from this is it is following a trend. So trade the trend, right? So I am going to show you how to trade the trend. So this was the trend which was there, which is there. So if I draw a line here and keep it like this, so okay, the trend is there. So when HAL opens here the next day, so market closed here, HAL closed here, and HAL opened here. So when there is a gap, the index closed here or stock closed here and stock suddenly opens here, you should never jump into this trading. You never jump into it. It's very risky because there's a gap already. So we have to see if the gap gets filled. So first thing to see if the gap gets filled is wait for the stock to come and fill this gap. Whatever the gap it has created from the previous closing level, right? This is the previous closing level. So it will come and test down the previous closing level, and then it will start making a price action to move above. So two things I'm showing you here. One is if I am marking as an uptrend here, it will come and bounce from here and can go because the stock is in uptrend. If I want more confirmation, let's say, no, I can't just go with the trend. I also need double confirmation. Yes, the double confirmation will come when market stock came down, tested the previous day closing level, again went up, broken the day's high. This was the day's high. The morning first candle was the day's high, and exactly it came down, made a cup structure, and then made a handle structure and then flew away. If some of you already know, there is a pattern called as cup and handle, right? Cup and handle is one of the pattern which can also be traded. Usually, firstly the cup forms, then the handle gets formed, then there's a breakout, right? So that is what happened. A cup gets formed here, then the handle gets formed here, and then there's a big breakout. So this is called as a cup and handle strategy, right? Cup and handle methodology or a strategy. This can also be used for your trading purpose. For your trading person, many of the times we get this kind of an opportunity, cup and handle trading strategy, or a breakout of a day's high. See, it came and tested down from the lower levels, went up and break out on the day's high, right? Breakout on the day's high. So what you can do, you can enter here, right? You can enter here. After breaking out, you can enter here in this area and place a stop loss, just the previous candle low. This could be your stop loss. That's it. The previous candle low can be a stop loss. The breakout candle could be your entry. Or I don't want to immediately take an entry after the breakout, then always wait for a retest. Always wait for a retest. So I got a breakout here. How do I know whether this breakout is sustainable? Whether will it sustain or it will just again fall down like this? So you can wait here and make a position in this area. Wait here. Give some time, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. If the stock holds this level, then there's a beautiful upside which will come up. And that is what has happened. And definitely this same trade also we have traded on Friday as well. So I'm taking this example here. So if I am taking a trade at this stage, at this price, so let me mark it. So I am drawing the trend line here. So day's high. When the day's high is broken and I want to take a trade, let's say I want to take a trade here at this point of time. So entry price. So entry price. What is my entry price? If I see here on the right side, 3635, right? 3635. So 3635 is my entry price. So 3635 is my entry price. Now let's calculate the brokerage. So I go to Brokerage Calculator. So everybody note down this URL. I'll also put this as part of a description. So intraday equity. First, let's check intraday equity. HAL intraday equity. What is the buy price? The buy price is 3,635. So let's go here and type. What is the buy price? 3,635. So that is my buy price. What is the sell price? So sell price depends. Where did you exit? Sell price depends on where did you exit. Let's say I exit after, let's not consider this point, highest point. I don't want highest point to be considered, which is always, which people try to show it. No, let's consider a minimal thing. Let's consider a minimal thing. So I took a trade here and I'm exiting after 15-20 minutes here in this candle. Okay, not a big breakout, just 20-25 minutes into a trade. I'm already getting money, right? So this is the level where I am planning my exit. Let's say this is the level I am planning my exit. So exit price, what is the exit price? If I mark it down here, 3,717. Okay, 3,717. Okay, you will also have to know what is your exit criteria as well. Okay, exit criteria also you should learn first, but I'm just trying to tell you, let's say I exited here. So I entered at 3635. I entered at 3635. I exited at 3717. So if I go here in Zerodha Brokerage Calculator and type 3717, and of course I can't take 400 quantity of 3635. Let's say I buy around 10 quantities or 100 quantities. Let's say I buy out 100 quantities. So anybody wants to buy 100 quantity of HAL, how much money you should have? Let's go here. Let's go here, HAL. So HAL, click on buy. Click on buy. If you click on intraday, so click on intraday and choose 100 stocks. So if you want to buy 100 stocks of HAL, you should have 74,658 rupees in your account for intraday trade. Let's say that's too much, sir. Let's not go with so much of quantities. Let's go 25 quantity. So 18,000 rupees is required. So I go here and I change it to 25 quantities. So in case you traded HAL trade with just 25 quantities by spending money, how much? 18,662 rupees. Then if you take the trade, and exited as per what I decided here, I entered here, exited here, 25 quantity as an intraday trade. Intraday means I buy today, I sell today itself. So I bought today, I sold today itself. So what is the charges? If you see the total turnover charges, total turnover of the price means 3,635 into 25, what is the money? Plus 3,717 into 25, what is the money? If you add it together, what is the total money which got turned over? So that money is 1,83,800 rupees is the turnover. So what is the brokerage Zerodha is charging? 40 rupees. So 40 rupees is the brokerage Zerodha is charging. STT charges 23 rupees. Exchange transaction 5.97. Clearing charge 0. GST 8.27. SEBI charges 0.21. Stamp duty 3 rupees. Total tax and charges 80.45. So this is what it is. 80.45 rupees is taken out from your profits. We have to pay. There is no other choice. There's no other choice. So whether you're in profit, whether you're in loss, this 80 rupees will go when you're trading 25 quantity. But it's okay when we are making 1,969 rupees profit, paying 80 rupees for giving us this wonderful platform, giving this opportunity to trade on an intraday basis is very good. So you need to use it effectively and trade, and paying brokerage is okay, but do not overtrade. If you take 10 times, let's say if you buy same HAL trade 10 times, you have to pay 800 rupees brokerage. So you have to pay so much of brokerage. So do quality trades than quantity, right? Go with quality trades. So you may have another question, sir, what if I buy today, I want to sell after 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, 1 year, 5 years? Yes, possible. So again, let's consider delivery equity. Delivery equity means I buy today, I sell after 15 days, 20 days, 1 year, 5 years. So for delivery, you need to have full money. For example, I want to click on HAL buy long term means delivery, same 25 quantities. 25 quantities, you need to have 93,322 rupees to have it as a delivery. Means I pay full money and take HAL. 25 quantity. So I go here. I go to Zerodha Brokerage Calculator. I enter 3635 is my buy price. And what is the sell price? 3717 is my sell price. What is the quantity? 25. 25 is my quantity. Now you see what is the brokerage? The brokerage will be more because clearing houses charges will come. You have to do a settlement, right? They have to settle the stock in your account because it's not intraday. It is an overnight trade. So the settlement will come into place. Charges will be more. So if you see here, turnover will be same again. Brokerage is 0. Zerodha has made 0 brokerage for positional investment / trading. 0 brokerage if you invest or trading. But there are a lot of other brokerage which we need to pay to the government. Which are those? STT total 184 rupees. Exchange transaction 5.97. DP charge 15.97. 93. GST 1.07. SEBI 0.21. Stamp duty 14 rupees. Total transaction 221 rupees. So 221 rupees. So you need to make 1828 profit will be your profit if you invest 25 quantities as a buy price at 3635. Then you may have a question, sir, what is this points to break even? Break even means at least I need to make 3 points after removing brokerage. If I want to make a profit here, 3635, at least I need to make 3637, 38. So that at least this break even point I can reach. Minimum at least zero loss means at least the 3 points. Else you have to pay brokerage. Here also 8 points. So for a positional investment, minimum 8 points to 9 points you need to make because 8 points will go as a brokerage. 221 rupees will go as a brokerage. So hope you understood about equity. Hope you understood about delivery equity and intraday equity. Now I am talking about futures. So futures is something where you can buy and hold For a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month is a contract. So future contract, which you can hold for 1 month, 2 month, and 3 months. If I want to buy and hold HAL future contract, then HAL FUT. You need to type HAL and FUT and click on add. So if I have to buy this, how much money is required? Whether you choose intraday, whether you choose overnight, 2,42,273 rupees is required. If you're a beginner trader, if you've never seen about futures, if you don't know the risk about trading in futures, do not trade in futures. So everything here is an educational purpose. Everything you need to understand first before trading. Do not follow somebody's tips. Tips will never give you money. The tips will never give you success. All you get the success is your own experience. Whatever you learn today, whatever you engage yourself today, how you change your mindset towards trading, how you work for your salary every day as a real-time job. Similarly, when you start working for a salary in trading or investment, that will also come like a salary. But you need to get that learning mindset, system, knowledge, practice, everything. It's not an overnight successful journey. It takes time, right? It takes time, and you should be ready to dedicate your time for it. So I'm going to talk about this future right now. So if I'm investing in future at 3725 or whatever price which we discussed here at 3635. So if I go here, what is the buy price in future? 3635. And what is the sell price? 3717. Always in futures and options, we need to buy in lots. So if you see here, minimum quantity is 300. It's a lot size. I have to buy 300. There is no other thing which I can do. If I have to trade in futures and option, I have to buy 300. It is pre-decided by stock exchanges. So I come here. So 300 is the quantity. So if you had taken futures of HAL, so turnover charges is 22 lakhs. Sorry, 2,20,000. Then brokerage is 40. So actually it is considering the full turnover charges, like complete 3,600 into 300 again plus 3,717 into 300. So it will be 22 lakhs. So it will be too much. Brokerage will be 40 rupees. STT charges will be 139. Exchange transaction will be 41.19. GST will be 14.74. SEBI charges will be 2.61. Stamp duty will be 22 rupees. Total tax will be 260.26. So you have to give 260.26 as a brokerage to the broker. So brokerage will settle across all this. So you need to pay so much, and the profit will be 24,339 if you follow this. So who can trade futures? Who has capital more than 3 to 5 lakhs? Only those people who has capital more than 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Only those people can take a risk of T through 5% or 2% on their capital, and they can trade in futures. Everybody cannot trade in futures. You need to have a bigger capital. So hope I made you understand about futures here. So now what is the brokerage with respect to options? Let's say this is options. I want to buy option in HAL. So always you are recommended, or suggestion is to trade at the money strike price, ATM. So always choose an option premium, option strike price, which is ATM. At this point of time, it was 3,635. So 3,635, if I go here, HAL 3,635. There is no CE for 3,635. Either I have to buy 3,600 call option, or I can buy 3,650 call option. So 650 is the nearest option you can buy, or you can buy 3,600 call option. So let me take an example of 3,650 call option. So 3,650 call option, this is HAL June 3,650 call option. What is HAL? HAL is the code of HAL stock. JUN is a June month contract. 3650 is the strike price. CE means call option. If market is going up, we buy a call option. If market or a stock is coming down, we buy a put option. So now, if I have to buy at this place and I said my stop loss will be one previous candle's low. So I buy here and previous candle low is my stop loss. So how do I know, sir, what is the stop loss in option? Simple. So you go here, open the option chart now, open the option chart now and elaborate it. Open the option chart and elaborate it. Let's see, this is the 5-minute chart, which is same. 5-minute chart, which is same. See here how the chart looks of option, call option is same, and see the chart of this also same. So when did we buy? Exactly when the day's high is broken. At that point of time, we buy 3,650 call option. So if I go here, when did the breakout happen? Exactly at this point, right? Exactly at this point. Exactly at this point, the break point has happened at this point. So what will I do? I am going to buy here. I'm going to buy here at 117 or 118. See here, if I mark down here, what is the price here? Can you see on the right side? 117 or 118. What is my stop loss? If I keep my stop loss low of this candle, 88.8. So 88 is my stop loss. 88 is my stop loss, 117 is my buy price. On an average, it can be 117, 115, 114, 113, 109. So I have at least 20 point stop loss, 20 to 30 point stop loss here, which is you need to have a risk of 6,000 to 8,000 rupees at least. If you're trading an option, you'll always have 20 to 30 point risk or 2 to 5,000, 6 to 8,000 risk when you're trading stock option. Always remember this point. You will have this much of risk, and if you can only take this much of risk, only then you have to trade the option. If you're not ready to take that much risk, your capital is very low, then you have to trade in equity. Like I showed you, equity, right? I showed you the equity brokerage at 25 quantities, 18,000 rupees in account. Still, you can make 1,900 rupees. Quality trade you do, and quality money is the outcome. So future and options, let's say if I bought as per the planning here at 117, let's go here and type it here. I buy it 117. And what is my sell price? Can anybody tell me what is the sell price? Exactly, I told to sell it at this point. At this point, what is the time here? On the downside, you can see the time exactly 140. 1340 means 140. So in the option chart also, you see here 140 is this candle. So what is the high of this candle? 188. 188. So if I go here to brokerage calculator and my sell price is 188. And what is the number of quantity we can buy? Again, futures and options quantity has to be bought in lot. So 300 is the lot size. So I come down here, enter 300. So the beauty of option is less money is involved as an investment, more profit can come as a trade, but there is always a risk involved in any kind of trading. There is nothing called a zero risk trade. Always there is risk involved in it. How much ever risk you can take, you can plan it. Sir, I can take only 50 rupees risk. Okay, you take only 50 rupees risk. You trade only 2 quantities. So I can trade 1,000 rupees risk. Okay, you trade 10 quantities. So I can trade 5,000 rupees risk. Okay, you can go for option. Sir, I can take 25,000 rupees risk. Okay, you can go for future. So it depends what is your capital, how much risk you want to take, and how much reward you're looking for, and then plan your trade. So most of the people lose money in market because they have a very less capital, but they aim very, very big targets. So whatever is your capital size and you're looking for 2 to 3%